until she told me, oh, you know what? I'm nobody to you. I just pick you where I picked you, and then I raised you.
But I want you to umplele about that day. What was happening on that day? What was going on? And your emotions, what happened on that day? She's prostituting you. What does that do to you as a child?
I've never enjoyed this thing back in childhood.
Diary of a Grieving Mother. This podcast is inspired by the sudden premature death of my 10-year-old daughter, Kanyisile, who passed on from a ruptured brain aneurysm on the 11th of January 2024. But it's not only for grieving mothers. Are you a father? Are you a brother? Are you an uncle? Are you a sister? Are you a daughter who has lost someone or something valuable in your life and you want to come and talk to us about it? Let us hold your hand through this journey called grief. Phone us, email us, let's have a chat as we navigate through the journey of grief. This is Diary of a Grieving Mother. Welcome to another episode of Diary of a Grieving Mother. As you know, Diary of a Grieving Mother is birthed from my painful experience of losing my daughter, who passed on 2 years ago from a ruptured brain aneurysm. This is a safe space for moms, fathers, grannies, grandmoms, boys, husbands, brothers to come and share their grief. We do not judge. You are here to speak about your grief, whether it's a loss of a human being, financial loss, a loss of a relationship, or whatever ship that you're in. This is a safe space for you to come and share your journey with us. Today, we have a mom in studio who's going to take us through her journey of grief. Hi, Ma, unjani?
Hello, kitendagay.
Ngiyaphila. Igama nesibongo?
Ntsotise Mafanti.
Ubani?
Ntsotise Mafanti.
Nto.
Every Lerato, there are two.
Okay, but ngifuna ukulazi lelo ubani?
Ntsotise.
Ntotiseng. What does ntotiseng mean?
I don't know, you know this.
But who? Umosotho.
Ke nna Mosotho.
Ntotiseng mang?
Mafanti.
And then ke mang o file lebitso leo?
It's my grandmother.
It's your grandmother. How gola ha ba botsisa gore lebitso lena ke leng ka kae ba reng?
Just name. It's a long story.
Is it? Okay. And then you'd say your other name is Lerato.
Lerato, yeah.
And then who gave you the name Lerato?
She's the one.
Oh, who said that?
My grandmother.
To you?
Which is my mother.
Your grandmother, who's your mother, meaning you were raised by
her.
Your grandmother.
The one.
And where was your mother?
I don't know her.
You don't know her? Wow.
She's the one.
Okay, so Nkgono became Mewa Hao because Mama.
Yes, she's the one who adopted me.
But how has it been growing up with Mama?
No, it was like I didn't know she's not my mother.
Okay.
I grew up knowing like she's my mother. But ukila bona ha ntse o hola di neighbor ga di bua di re o treat so because ha ngwana hae ke itle why batho ba ba ga ha ke ngwana mme o. And then le nna ke le ntse hola ba mpotse gore no motho ke bona gore motho hae she can be old to be called my mother, until she told me, oh, you know what, I'm nobody to you. I just pick you where I picked you, and then I raised you.
Nkgono is not your biological.
No.
Okay. Nkgono is not your biological. Your biological nkgono wa mo tseba?
No.
Biological mother?
No.
How about it? What did you say?
Okay.
How old are you now?
34.
34. So for 34 years of your life,
knowing this, this grandmother is my mother.
I want you to take me through how hola. Okay, once you started realizing you are in this earth, how hola, how was childhood there? How?
It was so difficult. I don't want to lie. I'm always saying, if it was not by God, I was not supposed to be here. I was not supposed to be alive. I don't know how did I survive. ke hotse re hola ka boima. My grandmother didn't have anyone. And then she took me where she took me. And then she chose, okay, she must not tell anyone or government or whatever because she didn't have anyone. She just introduced me to a chief there. Okay, I found a child here, then ke kopa ho mo nka. Ke khudisetse yena. A go ntotse. Okay, a go ntotse ko Dustbin ko Masego. Ke lahliwe. So she took me and raised me. Yeah.
So,
I really thank God. Okay. Now I can talk about it. And I think that's how I will heal.
Yes. So, nkgono ore o thotse Dustbin. When did she tell you this? O tseba neng gore wena nkgono o thotse ko Dustbin?
She passed on in 2007.
Nkgono.
Yes. Before she passed away, she got sick. Okay. She was having a stroke. So it's been like she mo attackile high 3. She wanted to tell me this, but not ha ba sa tsebe na ngwa approach jwang.
Okay.
And then before she passed away, she told me, well, you know what? I don't know who your parents are.
How old were you? How old?
Maybe I was 13, 14, somewhere there. And when she passed away. Then I was like, no problem. You are my mother that I know. Then unfortunately she passed away. When she passed away, I started going to work at my kitchen at age of 13 there. Because I didn't have a place to stay. My life became like, I don't know.
Let's fast track. So you are born. How was your childhood before nkgono a tlhokofala?
It was not easy because she was struggling too. We were getting help by neighbors. And at school again, yeah, they will donate uniform and stuff. Yes. So that's how we were living. But I was okay because I was still young, growing with her, making sure she has school right. Yes. Not until she passed on. That's when my life started to be mess.
So all the time, how do I know you were okay? No lingwana, no li sharp, umbona ke mme wa hao.
Ke bona hore ke mme wa ka.
So yena nkgono family ya hae?
Yeah, she had a family Kumasego, which is her sister. Which is her sister passed away before her.
So when family ya hae ne ba o tseba, no ba tseba le bona?
Ne ba ntseba.
So no ba tseba
as like ngwana nkgono. But bona ne ba tseba story.
Sure. Okay, so take me down. You are 34 now. This is like 21 plus years ago. Nkgono wa tlhokofala, and you finally know the truth gore nkgono a se mme wa hao. What no bala grade mang ka nako?
Next grade 7, ke tlameha ke grade 8. Then I couldn't go on with my studies because I had no one, remember. After my grandmother passed away, I had to go there and look for a job, which is I was still young. Which job?
Emma. Nkgono ha o bolella gore I'm not your real mother. And ibile family ya hao a ke tsebe ke thotse ko Dustbin. I want you gore umpolele about that day. What was happening on that day? What was going on? And your emotions what happened on that day?
I was speechless. I was like, how comes? And then I wanted her to give me that picture. Where did she how did she find me there?
Was it cold? Was it hot?
It was raining. I still remember very, very clearly. It was raining. Yeah. We were sitting there. She was telling me, I had something to tell you. But please don't feel anyhow. You must know. Okay, no matter what. Why are you telling me this? She even cried. What is it? Okay. I tell you, I love you. I know you love me. yeah, utlwile di-rumors ba botsa gore I'm not your mother. Kare, yes, which is the line, you're my mother. Yes, I'm not your mother. I'm not your mother, and I wish one day your mom, you will know her. I so wish. Kare, and then what happened? Give me the picture. I was going to visit my sister in town. Then I don't know, when we came back from my sister's place, we were eating ama oranges. She was unang mo khapa mo isa go di taxi. Then never the orange. Then I get how tlinewe vele the dustbin ntla me o ise di magapetla bo dustbin. So a tsebe ke ntwe tsanga ayo latla that. Magapetla there. Then she saw plastic kicking. Then she was like, no, what is this? Oh, let me just check. Okay, her sister was like, what are you doing inside the dustbin? I know there's something that I don't understand. And then she checked the plastic, she opened it, and then they wrapped me fast. They took me back to her sister's place. And then they had to take me to the clinic. They must check me. And then they didn't talk. They kept quiet. They took me to the village. That's where I was emotional. I was thinking everything. What if something came there and take that plastic?
Ish.
What if Makundwan came and cook? Yeah, that's where I saw that mudimu. God is,
because
yeah.
So when your grief is big, you're grieving the fact that you grew up, Nkhono has passed on, you don't know your biological family, you don't know your biological mother, Nkhono passed on, or you want to know, and my God.
Yeah.
So now, you are 13 at that time. When does Nkhono pass away?
In 2007.
So what happens? Nkhono after
Yo, Cecilia. I remember when I get a call, okay, she passed on. I was earning 300 by then.
What do you mean you were earning 300?
Ne ke sebetsa makitcheneng ke sala le ngwana.
O qadile o sebetsa makitcheneng,
Ka 2007 ke qeta 7.
Was Nkhono still alive at that time?
She was still alive.
Okay, so
Yes.
what made you qala o bereka Nkhono sa phela?
I had to leave her because we were suffering.
Okay.
And then she was becoming blind. And I had to, I must go out there and look for something that will make us to eat inside the house. Then one of the teachers there, Ampatela Mereko, okay, no, can I lay a sister at in the town? Then ukasala lungwana hai. Okay, it's fine, no problem. That by then 300 it was
A lot of money.
Yes, I was earning 300. Then I remember, it was my first salary. Then I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy for my grandmother a blanket and slippers to thank her. She raised me. And I don't know how can I say thank you for giving me this life that I'm living. And then I went there and see her. There was something about her that day when I'm going to see her. She was not looking at me in my eyes. She was like, hi, I'm washing. Hi. You know what? Hi, man. Why? But it's a like a long guy, man. I wanna do la more fatigue can cock. If one puts out like what's all my thank is a mamma who ladies pesalemaya and melinda the bacan impassion of out. Why went to the saw? Why went to honor more yamo at say, I your boats like a mewa how I to our last impassion of out. Lina Lankata Maya Mushamudima can cook. What's the one that thing I guess will lash. It didn't click. I was like, it's hey more. Sunday I'm put to my hotel miracle. Maro always it's a little mana you. What's the mudim or wow rata. I'll always love you. Please don't cry when I passed away. Why are you talking all this thing? I'm just saying, I'd say. Then it's a my it was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I got a call. I got a call, bamposa di neighbor, bamposa. Ba visa lo khwalaka. Okay, ke kopa a o se a gotlele morao. Hona le bothata. King Nkhono is no more. Ke ga how? I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. I wanted to go to the toilet. I give it a toilet. The only thing that I was asking myself is, who am I gonna be? Where am I gonna stay? Because that house, that woman, she told me that if anything happened to her, I don't know, who am I gonna cry to?
How old were you at the time?
I was still young, 13.
So about phone and grandmother has passed away.
I didn't have a phone, but
So what then happens?
then she asked me, last Sunday you were at home. Then I was screening. She was fine, she was even washing. I go, no, she's not okay. What do you mean because she was okay? I go, no, she's gone, she's no more. I didn't believe it. I was asking myself, okay, how am I going to survive without this man? Because she's the one who gave me life. She's the one that made me today. I don't know anyone beside her. Where am I going to be? Then I had to go back to the village. I had to go back to the village, and when I reached there, the curtain were closed, the door were closed. That's where I realized, okay, if my grandmother was there, the door was not going to be closed. I had to go to the neighbor. And then they told me, after you left, she came here on Tuesday, she came there, and she told them that then they were like, since when you come here and sleep with us? She was like, no, don't worry, I even came with my pillow and everything and my blanket. I just decided to come and sleep with you guys today. And then they were like, okay, it's fine. Then she slept. She asked, where is Lerato? But no, I told miracle. Then at least abale stroke again.
Okay.
Some attack. But it's late. But it was from 4. Yeah.
4 p.m.
Yeah. And then bamot. It's late. But I could look outside. Tomorrow is too late. She's gone.
So grandmother has passed away. Family afitla. What happens during the week your funeral? How are you treated?
No family came. Remember, her sister passed away.
Okay. So what happened?
So she had to be buried by that neighbor. Yeah. The neighbor is the one who had to bury her and then take everything. She took everything. She sold the house.
Oh, what do you mean she buried her and took everything? What do you mean she buried her and took everything?
I mean, the neighbor. She's the one who buried my grandmother. Which is not I'm not the biological daughter or granddaughter for Nkhono. Nkhono didn't have anyone. Yeah. So they went there and signed, okay, we'll bury this granny because she doesn't have anyone. Go to the chief. Yeah. We'll bury this granny because she doesn't have anyone, and then we'll take the house.
Oh, but your grandmother had told the chief about you again.
She told her about me.
So what did they say about you?
Believe me, I went there and cried there and told them that, okay, then where am I supposed to go after the burial?
Yeah.
Where am I supposed to go?
And then?
The chief was like, I don't know how to communicate with this person, so I can't interfere. Then I said, then I don't have a home. It means I don't have a home. They were like, we don't know anything.
So what did you do?
I went back to work.
And then?
And then what's about my kitchening our last 2 weeks. I na guarantee. Yeah. That's how I grew up, house to house. Until let me go to the radio stations. Let me go to the newspapers. Let me talk. Let me open up. Maybe my mother, somewhere, somehow, will come out. Then I had to expose myself. Any mother that knows that he threw a child somewhere, I'm alive. I didn't die.
And then, did you get any results?
I got lots of calls. People wanted me. That child is still young. We can take her and go back to school. She's still young. Please, please, please. Guess what? I fell into the wrong hands.
You fell into the wrong hands. So you went to the radio, spoke about your story, and then people wanted to take you. What do you mean you fell into the wrong hands?
Then I found a lady who took me and promised, okay, you know what, that child, I'll take care of her. And she's staying here this side, which is South Africa here. I will take care of her. She's still young and I can give her a better future.
Yeah.
And then, they bought her story. Yes. And then she took me and she brought me here in Free State.
So she left South Africa, went to take you from Lesotho?
Yes, she took me to Lesotho to here.
From Lesotho to Free State? Okay. And how old were you then?
14.
14.
Yes.
Then?
And then I found out, okay, this lady here is a woman trafficking. This lady, she was staying into an RDP, and then she was selling alcohol. Okay? When she's selling alcohol there, she'll be telling these people here headlines, okay, do whatever that you want to do, give me money. The neighbors, they didn't like it because they know my story. They took me to the police. They said, no, you can't live this way. You can never do that. You are still young. You can't do this.
And then?
And then I went to the police station, Welcome. Then I had to tell them, please, can you arrest me? Back for what? I said, I came this side, I didn't have papers, but I didn't come by myself. But you're still young for you to come yourself by this time.
Hey, they fetched you.
Yeah. No, please help me. I am that child that was talking there, that was in newspapers there. Yeah. They say yes, and then how did you come this side? I said, the lady brought me this side, promised she'll give me better future, but dollar.
And then?
And then they had to go back to that lady. Okay, please, you can't do this. Can you? And she denied everything. She denied everything. Then they said, okay, if you're not happy with her, take her back to Lesotho where you take her. And then the lady, she was like, no, I will, but not with my money. Then the police were like, no, ma'am, otherwise we arrest you. Because what you did from the beginning is wrong. And then my police are go Free State, ba kopa hore neighbor tsa hae di bone hore ke palame ke tsamaile. A re fitla go di taxing me ole I don't have that money. I can remember maponisa tsamaile ba kopile di neighbor hore ba bone hore ke tsamaile. I don't have that money. She can go back to her country. I will stop the koloi tse kgolo tse di tsamaile ena ba ipone ba etsang ka ena.
Na batlo hike.
Na batla ke hike ke se di hike ke Virginia mo le mone ke le teng. So how finyane di so me ole ke bona teng di mang ke na pelong ya hae. I go no, I can't let this to happen to her. I have a daughter. What if I'm gone and someone do this to my child? I can't. I remember that lady, so please, can I please take this child? And that lady took me.
And then the lady takes you. Does your life change for better?
It was better than going to stay there and sleep with different men for this lady. I couldn't do that. If I don't do that, I won't eat. I will sleep without eating.
So as a child, she's prostituting you. What does that do to you as a child?
Yeah.
And why did the police, why did they not arrest her for that?
They just told her that she must make sure that she took me back, and she promised, oh yeah, I will. And then I don't know how comes. I don't know how comes. And that lady, she took me and she looked for me a job here in Johannesburg, this side on Johannesburg. In Vonaville, that's where I been working.
You've been working for Vonaville?
Yeah. Yeah. So nkare it's by grace so I'm still alive. Wa bona ditsukutsane di ntsukutsitse tsa etsang ko ka feta ka gang, but I'm still here. I'm still here. I've never lost hope.
So you get to Joburg, life continues, and do you get married?
And no,
You get into a relationship?
yes, I did got into a relationship. Yeah, that it was messy. Okay, because he knew about my past and everything. I had a child with him. I have a child with him. Because he knew everything about me. He made my life to be miserable.
So when you got into this relationship, you thought, Hore, this is someone I can tell.
Everything. Ukilabona is the person that I can cry on to. And he's my friend. He's my everything. I can share everything with him. Yeah. 16 years.
From the age of 16?
I mean, I stayed with the guy 16 years.
From what age?
Maybe I was 20, mom. Not 20, mama. 15, 16. I was still young when I entered with this guy into a relationship. The reason why I go to that guy, because I was staying in my kitchen and remember, working. Then I had to go back where? Free State to that lady. And then she told me that, no, if you don't have a boyfriend outside, remember, stay in, stay in.
Yeah.
I don't have boyfriend, obvious.
Yeah.
Like complexing.
Exactly.
I don't have to go out and to look for my boyfriend. I was still dumb. So she was like, no, you don't have a boyfriend outside. No, I don't have a boyfriend. No, if you come this side, Pela, I was helping you. It's a burden.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Pela, I was helping you so that you must get back to your feet and take care of yourself. I didn't want you to end up being in the street. So I was helping you for that. So I was like, now I'm going where? Because, even when I was getting this money, I was sending you guys. If it's the holiday, I used to come to you. Yeah. So now, you're washing your hands. I must not come because I don't have a job anymore. I will still look for a job. Yeah. Then she told me that, no, I can't do anything. So I met this guy. I was going to the church. And then I was asking him, okay, where is the church nearby? Then he was the one who was showing me, okay, no, this is the church. Can you give me your number phone? That's where we knew each other and exchanged the numbers. Then that's how. Then I had to go back to him. I don't have a place to stay. How? Pella, you have a place where you said you're coming from Free State. How? If you don't want, I'll go back to church and ask for pastor so I don't have a place to stay. I go, no. I'll take you and stay with you. That's where we stayed in Allendale. Not until he showed me his true colors.
You are grieving so many things. What are you grieving?
My grandmother.
You're grieving?
I wanna these things.
Grieving a mother you never knew, you never had. You're grieving the loss of your grandmother. You're grieving your childhood.
I've never enjoyed this thing back in childhood. I've never enjoyed.
How has that affected you, Hore? You've grown up now. How about younger people? How has it affected you, Hore? How it feels like to be one?
I don't know. I don't know.
So your child that you have now, how old is your child?
She's 9 and she's attending school in special school.
Okay.
Now I always like, God, please give me more life. I must make her to live, but her life must be different than mine. I'm trying by all means, simply. My child her life must not be like mine. I don't want her to pass where I passed.
So when you say your child's attending special school, what's the barrier? What's the problem?
She's having a problem of speech problem. She can talk, but at her age, you'll hear, okay, no, there's a problem. Yeah, and she's hyper. I don't know how I can call it hyper or slow, but she's very hyper. Yeah,
You stay with her.
I'm staying with her.
How are you treating your child? Do you find that, do you get angry at times and you find you take out your anger on her? How is your behavior towards your child?
Sometimes I feel like I'm a failure because sometimes I'm just not allowing her to be a kid.
How?
I'll be like beating her, even if small things, I'm beating her.
Small things. Take me through that.
Taking out my anger on her, like not understanding this is a child. You didn't wash dishes at the age of 9. You didn't wash dishes. Why? You choose to go and play outside, not to. So sometimes I feel like, yeah.
And in that moment when you're angry, when the anger has gone down, do you feel guilty? Do you feel hori? No, man. How do you feel?
I feel guilty because I'll be like, no, I don't have to. It's like I'm bear under lots of pressure. She's still young. Plus, she's not okay. She's not like normal kids. Yeah. You don't know how to write your name. How yet you see? Like, yeah.
So since she's
And she grew up seeing me and the father being mess. So Lena, she was adopting that thing.
also she grew up watching you and the father being physically and verbally abusive towards each other. So she's 9, she's got a barrier to
thing.
learning, she's got a speech problem, and she's filled with anger, Leanne.
Yeah, too much.
So the fact that attend a special school, is she not going for therapy?
She is going to therapy. They did help her, but they said that she's fine because they can hear her. Yeah. They said they can hear
I'm
her.
talking about emotional and mental therapy now. Because
Yeah,
she grew up watching this abuse and she's still experiencing some of it. Is she getting mental help though?
I don't know about it because go school on high, but it's okay. On a therapy line every after 1 week or 2 weeks, something like that.
Because Kolong, have you told them, Kore, you've got sometimes wakwata or shopping and all those things? No.
I've never.
Have you seen a therapist?
No.
You didn't think, Kore, you would need to? Because I know go the local clinics, they do have the social worker. You know, people, I always tell people, Kore, when you feel or when you identify, Kore, there's a problem, you can go to our local clinics and say, I want to see a social worker. And sit there and say, I want to talk. I've got issues of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they will be able to refer if they feel, Hore, this is bigger than them. Have you not tried that? Or have you spoken to your church people? Because you say you go to church.
I've never feel open up. I've never feel open up about. I always thought people will judge me. Yeah. Okay, we have our own problem. Why she's busy sharing about this? I've never thought
let me
about
tell you something. We live in a world where I've learned, Hore, everyone is going through something. Don't look at people and you think, that one has makeup, that one has this, they're better than you. Everybody out there is fighting a battle you know nothing about. And the fact that you're sitting here and you're coming to talk about your multifaceted grief, that on its own for me is a start of healing in your own journey. Because how many people but about Shebile now? People who are watching you, people who will say, I can relate. Lina, I've been through this. Lina, I'm grieving the fact that at the end of the day, you've got your own traumas that you need to deal with. The fact that you discovered you don't have me and how you are found. Number one, you need to thank God. Even though Dustbin Mara, you were kept, you were protected. Understand? I would strongly say I'm going to refer you to our in-house therapist. Hore a dule le wena, a bue le wena. And also, I'll also, like, honestly, because nkare the wound is very deep. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. Like, it is so okay. I tell people, I'll never say to you, stop crying. Because I understand, Hore, tears, crying, you need to let your emotions play out because you are facing something now.
If my grandmother was still alive, I don't think I was going to be here. I always, when I'm happy, if I'm in a good time, I always like, my grandmother, where are you? So that you must see me. Because I know when I go by happy, I'm gonna get happy.
What are the things you wish for your daughter? How mushebile, like how do you one? What are the things sometimes? Let's talk about the good things you wish for now.
Yo, I so wish I can school, I can tell school. Can I malin thing all right, but I so wish I was successful. I be right. I be right. I so wish Lena Jagapel in a dim. I want to look at him, Capelum Baga, Skankukela Mereko, Kibele Bushad about Kibet, if man in Mereko. Kimobega, because if Kisas is not span, so would I school on. And plus, local school long, I remember Kibali, my social worker, Bamposa Bagana, Umtana na, Aga holy na, chicken no holy. Iluban Banwampasaba. Kebon sometimes was at Telumana scuffing what is going on. Then I told them, okay, when I got a whole grant because Usha is in Lesotho. Yeah. So I had documents agam. So Bampozog is very big difficult to come to. Banaba mo batu so grant yakam. Yam the 2.57 $. So I remember I was even telling them, okay, I want to get the correction, make the correction high last. But in November, about stop. I want. And then even November, December, or survive. I want. And then remember, I don't have anyone that I can say will help me. I have to stand up as a mother. Then anything, anything. But we are so we can't. As long as that in school.
So the social worker bona why basal thusi, especially, or maybe house ba blelist through sa how
I felt open to that social worker I go school on someone. Was a problem because they were feeling like maybe I'm careless mother. But never come by care. They will sometimes they will even call me. Okay, now I care. What is happening? Then I won't tell them. Then I waited to go to them and tell them, well, I have a challenge. I keep a sharp. If you keep a allocation, keep 2,000. What am I gonna do with 2,000? It's obvious I'm paying transport for a child, and which is 830, and then this rent again. It means for the food I'm struggling. If I think yeah. Then they were like, it's fine, but we can't help for now. Maybe we can donate with clothes or uniform if only uniform or we can, but there's nothing that we can do. Then I'm not complaining because the most important thing going in school.
But even though Wanakana school, I would advise Hore, at least the school should be able to assist you, Hore. You must go to Liakokaiko immigrations, ne?
School is
for your papers, you'd have to go to immigrations. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. I'm sure they'll find a way to help you. I don't know how, so that at least some documentation for you and the child, because at the end of the day, it's not like when you you came here because you were bored out of it. You know, your story speaks for itself. Gore, you were taken from your home place, ko Lesotho. And you were promised gore, you were going to grow up better in South Africa. And how Limona, you were then somehow thrown into prostitution. You managed to escape that. So how do they help you? I wouldn't know how, but I think if you had to be honest and just talk to immigrations, I don't know if they'll give you asylum or they'll give you something, but at least ubeli pampiri for when
I do have documents for Lesotho, yeah. Because I had, when I was pregnant, I had to go back home and look for the documents.
Oh, so you find
I have
documents
passport,
wise.
yes.
You've got a passport.
Otherwise, they were not going to take a child if she doesn't have a certificate there. Yes. So I had to, I must come here in proper way.
Oh, so you here on proper documents. That's good. And then li ngwana o na le birth certificate sa yo ya ko Lesotho. Okay.
The passport.
The passport ya Lesotho. So those Lesotho documents are fine.
That fine.
So it means now you still need to go back. If you want to work here now legally and everything,
I must make a permit.
Especially for ngwana, at least ngwana must be planted and rooted properly in the system. I understand. I'm glad you've got documentation from Lesotho. Then it means the next step won't be that difficult for you. I understand. Let's go back to the issue of you are now 34. You are working. You've got your child. You've got so many issues happening. When you look back at your life, do you feel, Hore, you somehow failed yourself or life failed you?
I feel life failed me. Sometimes I used to say, life is not fair. Then the other side, I'll be like, it has to be fair to who? Because when sometimes I was going that thing in a rinyakona in Potsaga. Yeah, you have been rejected by your mom. So who do you think who will accept you? And then I will be seeing all my past. I've been rejected.
So you're just carrying that rejection with you. As a result, you're also maybe rejecting your child also.
Yeah.
Oh, rejection is painful.
I don't like it. When it comes to that child, I don't like it.
Because so if I had to say to you, have you forgiven your mom? I'm joking. Why am I asking that question? Have you forgiven your mom? Or when you think of your mom, okay, when you think of the woman who gave birth to you, what comes to your mind?
I'm always thinking, okay, if she was there, if she can appear again, I was going to ask her, okay, now why didn't you at least take me to my father's place? Why didn't you take me maybe where it's busy place? In the toilet, maybe at the door, at the toilets, it's busy. I had those questions. But for me, life to move on, I have to forget about it and be okay. Even though it's still hitting me, but I think I have to be forgetting about it and
so focus. If Bakari one day, hey, Lerato, go na le o simona ko skolong sa ngwana hao o re ke mme wa hao, and you don't believe it, and let's say for just talk's sake, you go for DNA tests, ka nnete ke mme wa hao, and she's in front of you. No ka reng ko yena?
I was going to ask her, why did you do that? It was killing. She wanted to kill me.
But I didn't kill you. I just left you there because I didn't know what to do.
I don't think I'll face her. I don't think I'll face her. Because my life is mess. It's mess.
How a mess? What is a mess in your life?
Growing up in different places, different people, I don't think I'm mentally okay. Because I'm not going to even see if someone she's really loving me or what.
Take me through that. How are you growing up in different places with different people? You don't think you're mentally okay? No li jwang in different houses, like the experiences, ne li jwang?
sometimes you'll find people that you'll think they love you, they care for you. Can't you know? They're not. They're not. They're just taking you away. They must take whatever that they want to benefit. When Mina must be their slave.
How are slave working?
Like I'll be working for them. Yeah, I'll be working for them, do whatever that they want me to do.
And those houses, Zona, don't they have bana bating?
But they're like, ke ntse ke le moyana ke sala le bana. Ke ne ke sala le ngwana. Ha nne ke batlelwa mmereko, if ke batlelwa mmereko, not ke lo sala le ngwana, obvious. Not mmereko o mongwe se ne ke lo sala le bana ba banyane.
So ngwana ka mo le wena o sala le ngwana.
And the worst part for this one photo, she was disabled.
Yo.
And I had to ke mo hlapise, ke mo ise ko baseng. And then she won't even, I will wear her panties. She won't even buy me anything, that lady. She will give me the panties for her daughter. Yeah. If I don't want to sleep with those bontateba, I will sleep without eating. I will wake up around 5 o'clock and clean. Her houseware, sparkling.
Okay, as a young girl, when you went through your puberty stage, how color the periods there, how? Where were you? Who was there to guide you?
I was with my granny.
Oh, you started before granny?
Yes, before she passed away. And I remember she told the teachers at school.
I love how you smile how granny. I wonder that how granny, the face just completely changed to a smile. Okay, let's continue ka granny, yes?
She used to go to school. Maybe she might panic. And then half it a ke mo shapile ke itse wena ka go go betse le bashimane ka mo shapa ka so that re ke mo tshosetso ga tsebo go now a tlame wa tumela pela bashimane. Then my teacher will put me down bampotso every woman has to go through this. So you must not have grown up and now you stay away from boys. Yeah. And then that's how. Which is now I'm scared to gonna, if my daughter started to go there, how am I gonna guide her?
That's why you need to go to the clinic, see a social worker, have a therapist that you talk to, so that when things like this happen, at least you know you know how to deal with it for one how. For understand, you have a child with special needs.
Yeah.
So getting help at the same time, so it would be how to put and merge the two together. I understand.
Yeah. I know maybe in this year, maybe Nkonwaka was supposed to be very, very old, but I always like if she was there. That the man who decides. So I felt like I disappointed her when I get a child without the marriage. Because she didn't want anything done.
Have you forgiven yourself though? Because you say you feel you disappointed her by having a child before marriage. Did you forgive yourself for that?
I did. I just did. I just told myself, you know what? I have to forgive myself and learn Martin if she can see. That's how life is throwing me. I was looking for a love, which is I was craving for a love for a mother. I thought, okay, this guy would don't put her. Sometimes you are going after a man because you think, okay, maybe you would fumana lerato, not knowing.
That,
yeah.
Thinking, if I can do 1, 2, 3, maybe.
Yeah.
I'll feel,
I'll forget about it and I will feel fine.
Let's talk about friends. Did you make friends along the way? Are there friends? Do you have friends? When yourself, Lerato?
Yeah, I'm a very friendly person. When I met people, I'm opening up. Then they become my friends. Although we need to choose friends.
True.
Yeah.
But do you have somebody who's a female, who's a friend of yours that you can phone and this one, you have somebody like that. And what brought you two together?
Okay. I remember we were sitting, she came into my room, and then I don't know, she always passed there at my place, and then she always see me. She told me that ona tloetse go hisa ngwana high school, and then le nna a bone ke hisa ngwana ka sekolo, and then mina I'm very ignorant ha ke le strateng, so I'm potso ke a o tseba mo se ke re no nna ke o tseba ke a o tseba a se wena ngwana ka wa tsejwa haholo, very famous. A se wena mama a me ke nna. Okay, I know you here. Then from there a tle a mpone gore motho ka re she's not okay o wetsa lang ka ene. Then until ke bua le ene ke re tshome I am going through this, I don't know man. Now then yena she started opening up and potso go tsele na I grew up this and this and this and this. So it's not only you, Chomi. Then that's how we started. And then
Relating. Do you go to church? Do you still go to church?
Yeah, I still go to church sometimes.
And then Papa wa your daughter's father, is he playing a role? Okay, do you guys still talk? Is he maintaining the child?
No, he's not.
When was the last time you saw him?
I always see him. He's in the location.
And then?
I remember last month he was demanding a child the way you want, but not maintaining a child. But guy, I'm scared of him. I'll be giving him a child. Not until he disrespect the yard. Then and then now he stopped going there. And asking for a child. Then I say, a child is playing. Go starting. And then he started to shout from there, hey, you stupid kiboga. Are you a fool? Those names starting to make noise there. Then bamu shapa bagano. Because as the first time and then bamu twela. First time bala bamu twela ba utlwisa maybe batla ngwana. And then ba bona go ke mo fa ngwana. Whenever I had demand ngwana ke mo fa. That day I just say ngwana o go strateng. A bad boyfriend and
so yena papa ngwana ha bone need ya gore tshwantse
he doesn't care because ke motlogeletse. Because the abuse was too much. I had to leave him.
And so you never opened a case against him?
I did. So now he's no longer. I make a protection order. Yeah. Because he was me going to my place anyhow he want. Yeah. In the name of a child, which is a child that is not even taking care of her. Yeah.
So how has this affected your current relationship now with the person that you're with?
It is affected it a lot because now he was complaining, okay, you know what, I'm taking care of your child. And the father come here demanding a child. Yet he's not doing anything. Remember, I'm helping you to pay for transport for a child. I'm helping here and there. Especially for this child, and I have my kids too. Sometimes I'm sacrificing, but the father had that nerves of coming here and demand a child. So I can't, as long as we continue this way. So I had to go and make protection order so that he must not come there and disrespect.
But now kiboaka your emotions, your state of mind, you're in a new relationship now. How's your behavior in this relationship, or are you taking your pain in this relationship now?
He used to say that I have anger. He used to say I can't see even if someone is appreciating me. Yeah, I believe it because sometimes I'm out of control.
What does out of control mean?
Like I will be comparing him with him. Like all men are the same. You are all the same, you're controlling, you're all the same. I won't even see you when he's telling me, don't do this and that. It's not right. It's not healthy. You see. So I'll be like, all men, you're all the same. So I always, even when he slapped me, I'll be like, yeah, it's true. You're all the same. I'm always, even if he want to talk with me, yeah. Because 16 years, fella. Ke aggressive. That guy is there. And no, he's going to make noise for me. Now I have to prepare.
So all your life, you've had to fight?
Yeah.
So the anger in you from having to fight all your life now is affecting your current relationship. Because your person, wow, rata mara, you are always on a fighting mode. When do you understand why, Kiri? You need to see social workers, you need to go for therapy, because it means you won't even recognize motho ha o rata. You won't even recognize and appreciate this person loves me, this person is only wanting the good for me, because you're always now wanting to bracket and protect yourself, you know. Hoy. So hali bua wena le yena ha re ko wena you're full of anger. At the times where how do you feel to bona gore ya no ke sentse mona, I'm supposed to fix things, wa gona go ya kwa ena gore ntshwarele, I'm sorry.
I'm always apologizing to him, and to that point he will be like, you know what, I'm tired of your sorries. I'm tired of your sorries. I think you need help.
You do need help,
because you continue.
you do need help. I think today should be a new leaf in your cupboard. You do need help. You do need help. You do need to go to your nearest clinic, social worker, where you just sit and talk and talk and talk and say you want therapy. They will not chase you away. You go for therapy counseling sessions, and if they want to refer you, they'll refer you. You do need help, because sometimes you find you're depressed, your anger, the grief you've been carrying all your life has now plugged itself together, and it's angry. Anger, and you need therapy, and sometimes it needs medication. I'm still on medication for anxiety. I'm still on medication for depression. Sometimes I still take medication to sleep. This is all because of the grief journey that I'm experiencing after losing my child. So I also have my own story of grief, you know. It's huge. And I think I'm grateful for I'm able to see a psychiatrist. I'm able to take medication for it. That's why I advocate now for women and for people to say, guys, make it fashionable. Go to the clinics, not just for your mujovo and whatnot, also for your mind, for your mental health.
Because
you need to transfer go to the clinic, social worker, then maybe find church or spirituality, like ufole within yourself, because you can't, you don't want a good man now see, and then you find another one, the same cycle happens again and again and again, because you've got anger.
I remember the other one that I was with him last 2 years back. He just left. And at that one, too much. That guy, he took care of me and my child. That guy didn't want anything. But when I'm sitting, when I'm alone, what makes this guy to disappear? Just like that. I remember if we are talking, I'll just slap him. And then he'd be like, did you just slap me? I said, I'm sorry. I don't know how comes. So Abana is like, I'm pushing people that they love
away. You know, I think people who are watching you now, or people who know you, must realize, Uti, some of the actions, it's a cry for help. And remember, maybe the little child inside of you, Leon, still wants to come out and play. And Kamona, you've got so many things happening at the same time.
Too much.
Tell me one thing. If Bakariko wena, your grandmother, you had 24 hours, Leon, what would you say to Nkhuno? As you are now, I'll born only so. Ubone Nkhuno how for a day, for 24 hours, Leon, no carrying.
If it's possible, aboye. If it's not possible, if it's possible, malenteng ampangapello ke be right. I don't think life is healthy.
But promise yourself that you're going to get help from today. You're going to go to your nearest clinic, social worker. I will also refer you to our resident therapist, because as Diary of a Grieving Mother, we have a WhatsApp group of mothers who've lost children, mothers who are going through grief. We also have a resident therapist there who gives us counseling. So you need to help yourself. We also help you. So you need to promise yourself and say, I'm here for my mental health.
And I must get help.
I think today's episode is one of a power-packed lesson where we're learning that grief is so huge. It's multifaceted. I mean, she's grieving the fact that she lost her grandmother. She's grieving the fact that she didn't even know her biological mother. Grieving the fact that she was in an abusive relationship. She was living house to house. Life was not kind to her. Me, now, personally, I always say, guys, make it fashionable to get help for your mental health. It's no point in neglecting our mental health. Our local clinics, there are social workers there that are available to help us. Go sit down, ukulume, talk. They will refer. If medication is needed, they will do the same. I myself, I'm on medication for my mental health. Diary of a Grieving Mother, we have a WhatsApp group where we share, we go through stuff. We've got our resident therapist, Mrs. Kumalo, who's there to assist us each and every time. This is another episode where we are learning Guti grief inkulu. Grief is huge. Grief is huge. People are going out there going through a lot. That's why I always say be kind to everyone you meet, because everyone out there is fighting a battle you know absolutely nothing about. I am Sihle Sibisi, and this is Diary of a Grieving Mother.